All right, we're going to learn from our on-call experience, and we're going to apply it to parenting. So we're going to learn actually a lot right now. My name's Dave Cliffe. I'm with PagerDuty. I'm on the product team there. And if you haven't heard of PagerDuty is all about the on-call experience. And on-call loves PagerDuty. And the thing we also hear is that on-call hates PagerDuty. But I didn't put it on the slide. Now, we talk about the incident life cycle, and really what we do is we plug into your monitoring systems, then we go wake you the fuck up, because that's what we're supposed to do. Now, the reality is that there's actually a lot of similarities between being a parent and being on call, right? You guys have probably thought about a lot of these things already, and these are really the obvious ones, all right? So they're not even that interesting. This is not redundancy. You should not be laughing. These are 3 separate children. What are you doing? Stop it. You're terrible. All right, now I am a parent myself, as you probably guessed. Now I have a 2.5-year-old and a 1-year-old, so I pretty much haven't slept in about 2.5 years, and that's why I'm as wired as I am right now. That's the way it works. Now, I interviewed a bunch of parents who are also on-call engineers, and basically what I did is I threw all their responses into a word cloud, and okay, so maybe nothing interesting actually came of it, all right? But there are a couple of things that I did learn. Now, when you're preparing to become a parent, there's a couple of things that you can do, and there's actually a bunch of things that we do ourselves as on-call engineers. We read books, right? You got to go read books. You read your playbooks. You start to learn a little bit. There's a couple of books that I think are great that I'd recommend. These were actually recommended to me by my mentor, and actually getting a mentor is very important because you don't want to have a kid that ends up like this, all right? That sucks. You don't want that. Now, one of the other things that we do as on-call engineers, right, is we do this thing called shadowing. Shadowing does not apply to parenting. Don't try this. It's really, really friggin' creepy, all right? Do not do this. All right, let's take it back, all right? Let's talk about maybe some more practical tips, all right? Some things that we can take and we can apply to our new parenting lives. The first thing is when our kids are really, really young. Well, when we're working with our systems, we need reliable monitors. We need reliable alerts, and that's where PagerDuty comes in. That's one of the places that we can help. Well, the reality is that your child, your baby, has built-in monitoring and alerting in and of itself. It cries, and it's going to wake you up, and that's what it does. But when it's not doing that, if you really need some more peace of mind, there's these really cool things called baby breathing monitors that actually track some of those things. It's like additional alerting, and everyone needs more alerting. That's the way it works, right? Now, the next thing is, this is really a tenet of PagerDuty. This is all about sharing the load, all right? Now, burnout sucks. One of the big things about burnout is you get a hero complex from it, right? We don't want heroes in our on-call experience. Just like you don't want to be heroes as a parent. You got to share the friggin' load, all right? You need to know when to escalate. This is a really important thing. Stop laughing and listen to me. Now, the third important thing that you need to remember is you need to reduce fatigue, all right? Over time, when your kid becomes maybe, 4 months old or so, you can start actually training them, which is really cool. You can start doing this thing that'll actually help you reduce fatigue. It's called sleep training, Ferberization. If you want to talk to me about Ferberization and its techniques and whether it's applicable or not, I don't care. Don't come talk to me about these things. Just trust me. I'm a parent. All right. The last thing that you need to know is that as your kid becomes even a little bit older, you need to start to be able to communicate with them. You can start to see the signs. You start to get additional context for what they want, what they need. And the cool thing is you can actually start to teach them things like baby sign language. And this worked like a charm for our kids, was phenomenally useful. It's really easy to learn the sign for milk. You're milking an udder. Everyone can do that. Can everyone milk an udder with me, please? Thank you. That's really creepy. Let's stop it. All right. That's all about parenting. You need to prepare. You need to learn. Apply your on-call learnings to this space, honestly, because there's a lot. There's tons more. I'm going to blow this out into like a 45-minute talk, and we're going to talk about this for 45 minutes, not at this conference. One last thing before I close, all right? It's important for everyone to be able to take a step back, admire what you built, admire the systems you built, and enjoy, my God, enjoy your kids, all right? They are a wonder, they are wonderful, and so is on-call duty. Remember that. All right.